And what we're going to do now is take a look at joining databases. And there's a couple of different ways you can join databases. I'll show you what happens when you get it right, and I'll show you what happens when you get it wrong. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in, through my import assistant, but this time what I'm going to import to IDEA is a Microsoft Access file, which is sitting again in that tutorial set, and it's the customer database. And I'll say next is dataset 1 or database 1. So within that there could have been multiples that I wanted to bring in, but in actual fact I only want to bring one in, so I'm happy with that. And you'll see that unlike the other one where I had to define all of these fields, whack, it's brought it all in. Okay. Are we happy? Now within this you can see we've got the customer number, the first name, the last name, the country, status, and the credit limit. On our sales transactions, if I bring that in, we had the customer number as well. So we should be able to link that customer number to that customer number in order to take all of those transactions and get hold of the customer's name, country, credit limit, etc. Does that sound reasonable? I hope. But there's a problem, because if you remember when we defined this, if I go in on my data and take a look at field manipulation, down here you'll see that my customer number is numeric. If on the other hand I look at my customer database and I look at my customer number, you'll find that my customer number is character, and I cannot tie the two, character to numeric. So if I went in on file at this stage and said I want to join databases, it's going to ask me what fields do I want to join. I'll take a lot. Okay. What key am I going to join it on? And right now I don't have anything that I can join it on because I don't have a common key. So if I said that I wanted to match, there's nothing to match. So I'm going to have to cancel out of that. And I'm going to have to go into my sales transaction. And now I'm going to have to redefine that in order to get an alphabetic customer number so that I can match the two on it. So if I go into my data and on my field manipulation, there's my customer number and it's numeric. I'm going to change that to character. And it warns me, making changes to the database through field manipulation can cause anything based on that field, totals, results, indexes, all appear to be incorrect or invalid. You can make it valid again by going back to what there was before you changed it. Do we want to change it? Yes, we do. So we now have that. And I'm going to say, now I can go and say I want to go into File and I want to join my databases. Okay. And I can see that on the fields, I have still got everything selected, so I'm happy with that. Now I'm going to tell it which file I want to connect to, or which database, and I'm going to connect it to the customer database. Okay. Now, I could tell it that I want only certain fields on there, but I'm happy with that. I'll take all of the fields. I want to match. Now, what can I match? You saw that this time match was highlighted. So now I can go in and I say I want to match on my customer number against my customer number. They've all got to be specified to match keys. So right away I've got a problem, because although I have those fields, I need to go in and say I want my customer number and my other customer number, and now it's letting me do it. I hadn't told it whether it was ascending or descending or how I wanted it sorted, because remember what I said? We don't know which order this file's in. I could sort them or I could index them, but in fact I'll let the machine do it for me. I'm going to take matches only, records with no secondary match, records with no primary match. I'm going to take all records in both files, okay, because I want to look at those separately later on. And if I say OK now, there we have all of the information that came in from a sales transaction file. And now you'll see I've got customer number here and I've got customer number 1 over here. And it's done the match between those two.